Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Planescape Torment. Silly me. You just don't go talk to the one of the guards. Good day, sir. May I help you with something? Nope. Alright.
Alright.
Maybe it's these guys. Show the token to the guard. I've got a token. He examines the token closely. My mistake, sir. May I help you with anything else? Nope. In we go. Kalera, let's talk to you. You see a Githzerai woman, bald with scarred cheeks and a cat's grace in her walk. As she turns towards you, she spies Dakan. Her eyes widen. She addresses him. You bring joy to my heart. My name is Kalera. May I aid you? My companion would like to speak with you concerning the workings of this device. May he speak with the two of us. May he speak for the two of us. She looks at you and looks back at him quizzically. Of course, esteemed one. If you speak for him and accept responsibility for keeping what passes here secret. She turns her attention reluctantly to you. You have questions for me? Nah, forget it. Yes. She glances at Fall from Grace, and her mouth curves in a graceful way? I don't know. I've never even seen that word before. I apologize, Honored One, but I cannot speak of this. I am both contractually and magically bound not to speak of this in the hearing of certain manifestations, shall we say, of belief. She turns to the succubus. My apologies, Lady Grace. I understand. What does that mean? She can't speak about it in the presence of fiends. I would speculate that since she's bound contractually, that means it's a project of law. And since she's been bound to it magically, it's likely Beta Zoo in origin. That's quite a chain of speculation. Is she correct, Kalera? Again, the supervisor turns uncomfortably toward Fall from Grace and grits her teeth. I may not speak of it. Alright, answer some other questions for me. What can you tell me of the engineers? She scowls, adding several creases to her scarred face. Speak to one of my smiths if you would know of the engineers. No kind words for the engineers will you hear from me. Why not? Why? Because they do not seem to share a love for this project as do their comrades. Because they are dreamers and do none of the action themselves. Because ultimately I do not trust that their intentions mean well for us, but instead benefit them and them alone. That is interesting. I see. Aside to Dakan, who is she and why does she treat you with such respect? She is of the people. Her markings tell of one who has walked the path from limbo and who has been made to not know our ancestral home. Her markings tell all Githzerai to render her assistance, and tell the Githzerai that she is still of the people. Her reverence for me is the reverence shown to all Zerth. Alright, very well. Nothing else for now. Doesn't really look like there's much else, but there is a container up here that I can check out. Rags, tongs, and forge hammer. Well, I guess we don't need that. The nozzle of the cannon fairly radiates magical energy. Alright, well, I guess there's nothing else to do here. I was kind of hoping for something a little bit more. Maybe this guy down here can do more for us now. Was there something else you wanted? Here to pick up an item. Nope. Okay.
All right.
I thought maybe he'd have a shop. Now,
Why not?
I did notice that there is something that you can steal from him, so let's try that. Not that my pickpockets are very high. Well.
Why not?
Alright. What items do you have? That's detect traps. It's 5% to that. Alright, let's try using one of these. Hide succeeded. Nope, doing that makes you leave the shadows. Pickpocket succeeded. Hey, alright. We have another receipt. I'm just here to pick up an item. Sure do, here you go. The old man takes your receipt and compares it to his records. He scurries off for a moment or two and comes back with a fine mace in his hands. Here you go, lad. Thanks, so long. The Justifier. 3 to 12 crushing damage, increases regeneration, usable only by fighters. That would be a pretty good weapon if I was still a fighter. This weapon is the Justifier, mace created in the city... Well, actually, I should probably start at the beginning. I don't know why I skipped that first paragraph. This mace looks much like any other mace, a spiked ball atop a wooden shaft. Actually, most maces are flanged. Leather hand grip with a thong to prevent losing it in the heat of battle. Where it differs is in the eye etched in acid on the head of the weapon, a stylized sigil of the god Horus. This weapon is the Justifier, a mace created in the city of Heliopolis, on the plain of Arcadia, designed to aid the followers of good and maim the followers of evil. It can heal its owner if asked, and will offer its opinions on various matters. Well, how do we do that? I don't know how we do that. Maybe you can only do that if you're holding it. Oh well. Well, we'll keep it around.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I did also figure out where I needed to go to get the vial, the jar of my flesh and blood.
All right.
Is there something down here, too? No, that's just a rune. Alright. Strange.
I'm gone.
Alright. That, I believe, is going to be this way. Oh, I didn't even realize that we could cut through there. Alright, off we go. Hello there. I had some questions. The old engineer in the foundry tells me I need to get a sample of my blood and skin for his machine to work. I need you to do that for me. Gained item. Scrape it very well. He takes up a razor blade and a wide-mouthed bottle. Pestle then removes a small section of skin from your forearm, placing it into the bottle along with a small quantity of your blood. He then places some gauze over your wound and hands you the bottle. You need anything more, sir? No, that's all. Thank you. So there we have Dream Vial. This vial contains scrapings of skin and some of your blood to be used in powering the Dream Builder of Nil Xander. And away we go! Get out of Nordum's way, silly people. Jeez. Oh, you can actually go to the Modron maze from the world map, too.
Done.
I just noticed that. Or at least I think you can.
All right.
The sounds of people selling people. So much fun. Alrighty.
I'm gone.
I got your item. Let's go do this Dream Builder thing. Alright, I've got it right here. Take it. Show me my dreams.
Updated my journal.
The machine requires a birdcage adorned with razors fine wrought to mimic the destructive power of dreams and their ability to capture our hearts and imaginations. Search in the siege tower for a cage I have commissioned. Cage with razors. I'll be back. Ah, great. Why couldn't you just tell me all this stuff up front? And I go get it all at once rather than having to come in here and then leave again and then come in here and then leave again and come in here and leave again and come in here and leave again and come in here and leave again. Stupid fetch quests! You okay there, Norton? You seem to have gotten stuck there. Alright, that was just right over here, I think. Suppress any desire to enter the tower.
Portal detected.
Thanks for telling us now, Norton.
Done.
Gigantic iron golem is still working at its forge. Sparks, ash, and hissing clouds of steam rise up from beneath the walkway. I had some questions for you. Ask. I need a heavy decorated wrought iron birdcage. Do you have one? I have such an item. The Dream Builder came to me an age ago. He promised me that my durance in the prison of this city would be near an end when the cage left my possession. I see. Can I have it?
Updated my journal.
Yes, take this cage and lay waste to those who create such confines. Before I go, I had some other questions. Can you do anything with my weapons? Show me what you have brought. I will study its potential and see if its pain can be given expression. Very well. Okay, you now have bolts of Acheron, acidic sponge bolts, zephyr bolts, and jagged bolts. I'm tempted to get these just for the +3 bonus, mainly because that might be useful at some point for her. She could also use the spiked gauntlets of ogre power. I guess those would be pretty good. Nothing that you can have. Nothing new and from you, but there is the Brimstone Hammer that you have listed. Apparently the Brimstone Hammer shows up for Norton as well. Or does it, once it shows up, does it... Nope, nope, it goes away. So apparently Norton can also get the Brimstone Hammer. Nothing else. Can't sell anything to him. Alright, so I've got some Jagged Bolts already. Let me see what other ones I had. Whistling Doom, Acheron, Acidic Sponge, and Kessik the Devourer. The Acidic Sponge Bolts are probably going to be pretty good against things that take damage from acid. Alright, well, first of all, let's buy those. And I don't have any Zephyr Bolts yet. Two to 5 piercing versus 3 to 6 piercing, yet these are cheaper. Otherwise, they're like all the same. Yeah, they both have +1 to hit. Let's just buy some. These might be okay for causing stunning. These would be good against... can't remember exactly which ones take damage from acid. That'd be good against Tonari. Alright. You have no resistance to acid. It's good to know. Oh, I bought a few more than I expected. That's fine. There we go. Use a 2 to 5 piercing. Alright, maybe I'll use these for a while, since they're pretty good. They're not too expensive, I can get more. Oh, also, yeah, these are going to be a bit better. Although, that did give you... These do give you +2 to armor class. But the damage from these are pretty good. So we'll go with that. Alright, out we go. Also, Dream Cage. This fine wrought bird cage adorned with razors that you obtained from Coke's Metal, the Golem. You're supposed to take it back to Nil Xander to use in the Dream Builder. Alrighty, we will do that. Well, we continue to hear the people talking about buying people. So good. So good. Alright, Nil. I have a thing for you. It is the thing that you asked for.
All right.
Oh, you know what? I should talk to Norton now that he's in our party. We have not done that. I don't know if there's anything that we get out of it. Come along. Alright, I got it right here. Now give me my dreams.
Updated my journal.
I need just one more item from you, and we can begin the final process of the Dream Builder. I need a pillow that has lain inside a coffin. It will stimulate a sleep so profound that you may as well be dead. It opens your mind to the emanations of the Dream Builder. It is, if I say so myself, a touch of inspiration on my part. I'll get it. Oh, also, let's go talk to her. Let's actually get everyone out of here first.
Thanks to your words, my father Sandoz is alive and well. I can only hope that whatever forces scarred him this way, I cannot believe he came to this on his own, will pay for its misdeeds. What else can I do for you?
You can answer me some questions. Everyone seems to have a special talent. Tell me of yours. Can you change me? What is the price? Truth. Yes.
Updated my journal.
Then I feel no qualms in sharing my gift with you.
She speaks an arcane syllable, one that shakes you to your very foundation, and somehow your flesh feels stronger. Wisdom +1. How did you do that?
I know not how I came by it.
That's basically the same thing. Alright. Can you change me again? What is the price? Okay, very well. Alrighty, so I now have a wisdom of 22. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I'm liking that. Charisma 21 is pretty nice as well. Alright, let's go see what we can do about getting a coffin pillow. I believe that will be here. Come on, everyone. Mosey on down through here. Alright, Amorous. I have some questions. I need to buy a coffin pillow. He nods at you. Ah, you are here to purchase then. I assure you what I do is a labor of love. The real value of my profession is in the building of the coffin, in doing it well. It is an act of perfectly ordered creation. Every piece must fit just so for the betterment of the whole. It is much like a metaphor for the Harmonian philosophy. We create order, and it is beauty. I just need a pillow. He nods at you again. I need 50 coppers for the basic boards used in construction. Though the expense doesn't cover the time. Usually it's either whitewashed or painted some color of the person's choosing. The boards themselves are usually a 1/16 handspan thick, maybe even thicker depending on the nature of the corpse, whether it's a human being or whether it's a human being buried or not. Or whether they're worried that the person might get back up again, he laughs. I just need a pillow. He nods at you again. Some prefer Bitopian pine, which is fine and traditional, but I prefer the heavy Arborian oak materials, simply because they have a good weight about them. Even a 20th inch of the oak is stronger than a 1/16 of a handspan of pine. He pauses for a moment. I said, I just need a pillow. He nods at you. From there, I might need about a score multiplied by a score of steel wood screws. Gauge about 8 by 1 1/4 inch or so. Lots of shops around here carry them. Not a big deal to acquire them. I'll also need some sort of metal pins for securing the interior lining. Best to pick them up with the bunch. Then there's a matter of the battens and the corner blocks, depending on how you wish to do it. Are you listening to me? I said I just need a pillow. He places his hand on his chin. And although I usually let the natural wood speak the color of the coffin for itself, sometimes the person commissioning it wants it painted special or engraved. I don't usually do the finer work for that, though I am skilled, but contracted out. He pauses for a breath. And the handles alone are another matter entirely, he nods knowingly. Sigh, what about the handles? Big thing, handles. Everything about handles depends on how the coffin is to be carried. You got skilled men carrying the coffin at shoulder height. Don't even need to worry about handles. Professional pallbearers never use them, see? If you got your family and friends carrying the coffin, then the handles are necessary. You'll need some rope handles or even metal handles. He gives you a satisfied look. That's fine and all, but I came in here for a pillow. Do you have any? Let me give you an example. I think the most beautiful coffin I've ever seen was this one of clear pine. I don't know where they managed to get it, whether from a place in Bitopia or elsewhere. Anyway, it was pegged together carefully and trimmed with this beautiful run of redwood. The effect was somewhat ruined by the crude amounts of thick hemp rope that surrounded the affair. Surely something was needed for the pallbearers to hold on to, but to ruin the entire beauty of the coffin with such badly woven rope. Amorous shakes his head. I'm sure this is fascinating and all, but I just want a pillow. Then there's a matter of measurements. They can be tricky, and I try to do it myself, since occasionally a client will neglect to inform me as to the race of the deceased or forget something like the hip width. Very important indeed. Also, if the client is still alive, I try to make precautions should the client fill out before they die, you know? He pauses. Then there's the construction itself. Amorous. There's many different ways of attaching the sides and ends to the floor of the coffin, and to each other. Some use internal battens or corner blocks, with plenty of wood screws to secure it in place. You can also do the fiend's tooth method, and just cut alternating tongues and recesses all along the edges to be joined, so that they fit together like a fiend's jaw. Requires a little more work and precision, but the result is neat and very strong. He pauses to breathe once again. Amorous! Then there's the lid. The lid's gonna need a rim or lip all around its edge, made from a strip of wood pinned to the box or carved around the edge itself. Once you have some pilot holes drilled into the main box, then drill the screws into the top of the lid, maybe half a handspan apart. You get the impression that he is not going to stop talking now that he is on a roll. If you don't shut up and give me a pillow, I'm going to hit you hard. You think you finally got his attention. He frowns at you with a confused look on his face. Pardon? I said I need a coffin pillow. That's all. Just a pillow. Do you have any? He looks relieved and smiles. A pillow? I thought you might need an entire coffin. He puts his hand on his chin again. I'm so sorry, but I'm out of stock on pillows right now. I don't know when I'll have them again, what with the warehouse being closed and all. Yes, you mentioned a problem. What was that about again? Yes, the warehouse where I store my goods is having internal problems of some sort. New management or some such nonsense. I haven't been able to replenish my stock of late. The Harmonium would never let things get so out of hand as to cause distress to its customers. His voice fades away as he thinks for a moment and looks at you. Perhaps you would look into the matter for me. I guess I don't have a choice if I want a pillow. I'll do it.
Updated my journal.
He smiles broadly. Excellent! If you deal with this issue satisfactorily, you may have your pillow for free. He gets that lecture look on his face again. That may not seem like sufficient payment, but let me tell you about the construction of those pillows. No, thank you. I'll just get started on this right away. Farewell. And with that, we'll call it an episode. And when we return, we'll go get that pillow. See you next time, everyone.